Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. To start, I appreciate you consuming Greg's crypto. Check out this big brother of ours, we still need your help. A digital assets handle is a string like that. I have some good things in store for you. After Thanksgiving, it's game on for everyone. Currently, I am working. I'm hard at work on it right now. In fact, I've already seen the preview crowd gather since the digital asset investor isn't one to sit still. I won't be a squeaky wheel either. Don't be surprised if I and others start making appearances in the Twitter sphere or otherwise start calling them out. I won't elaborate any more than that. Anyway, I appreciate your attention. Greg is a crypto look at Brad Communications' Digital Perspectives, where he interviewed Simon McLaughlin, CEO of Uphold, and remember that Uphold just joined with Ripple to better the model, correct? Both Uphold and Ripple, plus a stalker link on a site controlled by one of my sponsors, who provided the private equity. Keep that in mind as you listen. Okay. Now joining us is Uphold CEO, Simon McLaughlin. We are excited to announce not only the imminent release of the Uphold Vault, but also the formation of a new relationship between Uphold and Ripple. Simon, could you summarize that for us? Ripple payments do indeed allow cross-border monetary transfers, as you may well know. They use XRP for this purpose. And we're joining their liquidity provider Web as a node. Ripple will pre-fund a large company's Uphold account with XRP if the company accepts Ripple payments, which is where we stand in the network. Our part will be to turn the cryptocurrency into fiat currency and pay off the banks with it. Lego building is obviously going to be a supervised activity. By the way, if you hear a crunching sound, that's probably me nibbling on some teriyaki beef jerky before I go get a biscuit. UK, Europe, UK. Not even them had it. Individuals become uncommunicative. Now I know what's happening in the background. Listen to this blend of American, British, European, and American sounds. These doors and tunnels are our starting points. We're excited as we'll be growing in Brazil next year. Brad, transferring money internationally is a tedious, time-consuming, and error-prone process. In other circumstances, even companies find it impossible to transfer payments across borders. In case you hadn't heard, we just got our Canadian license. The challenge of funding our new Canadian bank account would surprise you. We joked the other day that we'd have to send someone to Canada with a suitcase full of cash so that we could fund this account. It's 2023. After all, it's 1953, so of course there would be problems like this. I'm thrilled to be a part of this innovative approach, which presents a fantastic player use case of cryptocurrencies to address a major issue in the general market. Well, Simon, it's fascinating because as you know, you guys have different approach at Uphold anyhow. Creating the best possible marketplaces for people who need to build these markets for payments or anything else makes you more like a prime broker tied into what 3,030 plus exchanges. The combination of Uphold working together to deliver in the form of payments, providing the finest marketplaces for your consumers, is a real-world example of a Ripple liquidity hub, and the partnership with Ripple at present is a prime illustration of this. How much traffic do you anticipate next year? Simon, do you have any time if you don't mind? I mean, it's tough to say for sure, but we're estimating about $5 trillion annually. But, you know, the opportunity exists, especially with the established clarity of regulations. You are aware that the volumes can be much higher in some parts of the world, providing a serious problem. Also, I think our survey has achieved widespread recognition, thanks to the retail app. What we get from them, however, is a third-generation internet-based financial system. And as you indicated, what distinguishes us is that we are a premium broker with access to 30 underlying venues. In addition, we have a fully automated high-frequency trading stack that monitors prices across the globe and determines the available quantities at different prices. As a result, we are used by various organizations, like Ripple, to effectively enable crypto payments because of our ability to execute very fast while entering and exiting huge positions in the market. And it's exactly the path we'd like to take the business because it embraces the utilitarian use case of Bitcoin, solving a huge practical problem, and making the greatest possible use of our liquidity stack, which is moving vast amounts with minimum price impact. So we're quite thrilled about it. And the best part about payments is that they are used daily by everyone. That's why it continues occurring. Also, it's a good way for Reliant to make money. To further your argument about use case usage, I agree that hopefully this will emerge as the primary factor in determining the value of assets in this market, such as Ripple, the company, and XRP, the digital asset used for payments, in the not-too-distant future. I'm thrilled to hear your plan to develop the infrastructure to process payments, both as an active stakeholder and as a consumer. To avoid getting caught up in the retail sector's ebb and flow of market speculation, I anticipate that the upholds market's deeper parts will eventually come to serve the payment sector. This is fantastic news for everyone involved. You can settle international payments with either Ripple or XRP, both of which are digital assets. Well done on his part. The big guy is talking about a unified accounting system and public-private partnerships. And this feature, the idea of a single ledger using a standardized programming environment, has a lot of potential. The monetary system and other registries of real and financial claims can be brought together into a single system with the help of a unified ledger, a sort of digital infrastructure. There needs to be a public-private partnership with defined responsibilities. And where the central bank has been charged with Andre, I'm not going to play the remainder of that individual because he creeps me out. Though I'd like to play some of this, I won't have the time to do it in its all. But this is a hilarious manager talking about how Bitcoin could change the world. So, if he only knew about XRP, why did you think it would be a game changer? And I hope to eventually find employment and financial success in this sector. What is it about Bitcoin that is causing such a stir? Okay, here's a brief summary of my educational background once more. Writing lengthy historical papers or investment memos helps hone your ability to follow the trail of references and piece together the bigger picture. He was almost 18, and I had to keep reminding myself that the stock market had fallen 90 points from its high the previous year. And I thought to myself, okay, it's now inexpensive. In addition, I study charts, never pay full price, and am familiar with market dynamics. And so I decided to shut myself away in my Greenwich, Connecticut, home office. This time, however, I will not surrender without a struggle. In addition, I devoted 10 hours a day to reading and podcasts for a period of 6 months. In the same vein, the academic and intellectual framework in the field was far more mature in 2019 than in 2014. And at age 14, you had virtually no one to turn to for explanations, besides Antonopoulos and maybe a couple of others. When you were 19, you finally got the beautiful Saifa. Dean. Alright. I'm getting bored listening to him. I thought you might have something interesting to say, but he hasn't surprised me. The Binance store is discussed in this article. This is something I'd be pleased to play for you. For a limited time, 3 years, he must step down as CEO. They're letting him come back and take over as CEO, despite all the wrongdoing he admits to having done. Nothing like that would ever happen at any other American business. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Please subscribe and like as always. See you later, bye.